I have to say though, Michael and I both, one of the things we really, for lack of a better term, bonded over was I, I would be like, do you remember this weird fucking 80s thing? He's like, oh yeah, you mean he's quoting, some weird obscure, like we were just doing with the, a Donahue interview. It's like, that? So we really did kind of come together
Yeah.
on just this interest in history and these weird little moments. And I think that within the Smiling Friends, obviously there's a filter between, like when we're doing our writing calls, it almost is like two parents. And we're just kind of like, we're sitting there thinking of stuff. It'll go, well, there you go again. Just weird, like nonsense kind of stress, like just not even political necessarily, but just, history, pulling from different things. I think it is very, and this is something I would definitely advise the people if you're an animator or an artist. This has really helped me is try as much as you can to not be influenced by stuff of the same genre. So what I mean is it makes it a little bit difficult. Like, yes, Michael and I are huge fans of South Park. He really grew up with like The Simpsons and South Park, but like The Simpsons, whereas I grew up a little bit more with, some other thing. And that influenced our like taste and what we wanted to do. But that's not all we have. I think if you're gonna be maybe an animator or a cartoonist, I think it's good to pull from history or music or anything outside of that, because then you almost start becoming, it becomes, for lack of a better term, if Chris Chan were smiling down here, incestuous. You're kind of doing a thing that that an artist did, that another guy did. You know what I mean?
Why?
I'm just speaking facts, man. I'm just telling you. But yeah, I think basically, so I know this seems insanely, like, if you're not directly influenced by this, it might seem a little bit bizarre or boring. You don't even have to be interested in what I'm interested in. And very few people I think are, besides, Matt and Kevin and the few people that get these weird references. But I think if you're going to draw from stuff, because a lot of times, literally today, we were writing an episode, and one of the things we were talking about was, oh, do you remember the assassination of Jesse James? Either the movie version or the real version, but when he goes up to adjust the crooked picture and gets shot in the back of the head. Now that might be some weird cowboy trivia, but we use that as that's a good, thing to pull from. And a lot of the time too, and I'll kick it back to you guys after I'm done with this thought, but a lot of your favorite shows, and I've learned this growing up over the years, like some South Park joke I laughed at, or Family Guy joke, or Simpsons joke that I saw, where I was like, that's really funny. Later I learned, like, oh, that was a reference to something from like the 20s, or like something that they were referencing that their grandparents knew.
Yeah.
So someone said, what's the reference? I'm not fucking telling you. You have to wait, dude. You're never gonna know.